following video contains a graphic explanation of an extremely heinous crime. Viewer discretion is advised. Fooch from Fooch TV here today. There will be no cheerful greeting. There will be no Fooch TV introduction. Today is a very grim day as Cho Doo Soon is released from prison. What we will be discussing today is Cho Doo Soon's life as well as the Cho Doo Soon Incident. Cho Doo Soon was born in 1952 to very poor parents in Daejeon. After dropping out of the 6th grade, he started his life of crime by stealing a bicycle, and unfortunately it did not end there. Including the bicycle theft, Cho Doo Soon has had 17 criminal convictions dating from 1970. In 1983, at the age of 31, he followed a 19-year-old girl who just got off work at a sewing factory, and he dragged her to a motel where he beat and raped her. The woman spent 30 days in the hospital recovering from the rape, and Cho Doo Soon received only 3 years in prison. Following that, in 1995, Cho Doo Soon assaulted a man in his 60s to death after getting into an argument with him about politics while intoxicated. Originally, he was sentenced to 5 years in jail, but that was reduced to 2 years after an appeal due to alleged mental illness and due to the fact that he was drunk. After his release from jail, it was known that he was a practically unemployed construction worker. He had very few friends that he contacted, he had a wife, and he was dependent on alcohol. Now, what is known as the Cho Doo Soon Incident. I will state this again. In order to explain the severity of this heinous crime, I will be explaining in graphic detail what Cho Doo Soon did. Viewer discretion is highly advised. An 8-year-old girl, given the pseudonym Nayoung, left her house at 8:20 a.m. on a very cold morning on December 11th, 2012. On her way to school, she got off the main road, which had way too many people going to work on it, and decided to take a small road that went uphill. At the top of the hill in front of a church, she came across 57-year-old Cho Doo Soon. Cho Doo Soon asked Nayoung if she went to the church that they were both standing in front of. Nayoung replied no. Cho Doo Soon said, "I need to go to church," and then grabbed the girl and proceeded to walk into the church. He took her into the bathroom stall, locked the door behind them, and sat her down on the toilet. He proceeded to pull his pants down and instructed her to put his genitals inside of her mouth. When she refused, Cho Doo Soon punched her in the face. As she started to scream, he bit her cheek, saying that she was too noisy, and then proceeded to strangle her until she fell unconscious. After she was unconscious, Cho Doo Soon removed her clothes and raped her. After he was done, he left her unconscious body under cold, running water to wash away the blood and other bodily fluids as he fled the scene. Sometime later, miraculously, Nayoung woke up and crawled her way out of the bathroom in order to scream for help, where luckily someone was able to hear her and immediately called the police. After doing extensive research, this is the accurate story in which take place. There are a lot of rumors online of the crime that happened, such as he tried to get rid of his semen by pushing a pipe in her. He damaged her body so much that one of her intestines had come out, which he then tried to put back into her by shoving it back in. He then made her sit up so her organs wouldn't fall out and proceeded to rape her again. These were deemed to be false, and I wasn't able to find any evidence suggesting that they were true. Continuing with the story. When the police arrived at the scene, the bathroom was covered in blood. Upon his arrest, they were able to find articles of clothing that contained young Nayoung's blood. Nayoung had 80% of her internal organs damaged and told she would be permanently disabled. Originally, she was told that she would have to wear a colostomy bag for the rest of her life. However, after 8 months of extensive treatment and surgery, they were able to make an artificial anus for her. It is not physically possible for her to have any children. Cho Doo Soon was originally supposed to receive a life imprisonment for this crime. However, after testifying that Nayoung could smell alcohol on his breath, that life sentence was reduced to just 12 years in jail. Cho Doo Soon at the time thought that was still harsh and tried to appeal for a shorter sentence, which was repeatedly denied. Cho Doo Soon denies the crime by saying that he was so intoxicated that he cannot remember a thing and he would never rape a child. Upon his release today, Cho Doo Soon will have to wear an ankle bracelet for the next 7 years, and the location of where he's living, along with recent photos, will be released to the public. It is reported that he is doing 1,000 push-ups a day in prison right now in the event he gets attacked by anyone after his release. Many people across the country have been outraged by this crime since the day it was publicly made known, and are continuously upset and disgusted with the crime and the fact that he only received 12 years in jail. He plans to move back to Ansan, where up until now Nayoung and her family still live. He wants to be living again with his wife, which for some reason not only didn't divorce him, but still supports him 100%. Nayoung's family say they will move away from Ansan, as Cho Doo Soon was expected to live within 1 kilometer of where they are currently living. Cho Doo Soon says he plans to open up a cafe near the mountainside one day and live the rest of his life in peace. Cho Doo Soon is now 69 years old, and Nayoung is now a university student. Nayoung's father says that she mostly watches cartoons and avoids the news at any cost in the event of seeing any news related to some sort of sexual assault, which could be very traumatic for her. I personally believe, and I think most others do as well, that Cho Doo Soon should have received the death penalty, and if not the death penalty, he should have never been released from jail. So the fact that he only received 12 years, it's absolutely disgusting. The fact that just because you're intoxicated means that you receive a lesser punishment, that's also disgusting. I'll actually be discussing that in a future video, due to the insanity that if you commit a crime, if you steal something, if you rape someone, if you murder someone, whatever sentence you receive will be reduced if you were intoxicated at the time. That is absolutely ridiculous. I'll be covering that in another video. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe.